challenge with defining success in Christianity is that because success is a human word, a human concept according to us, it's an English word, and I don't know what it is in other languages, that in many instances we only call something successful because we see it with our eyes. And our eyes are limited. And I'm hoping to speak to someone here today who does not know if they'll ever be a CEO. You have no idea if you'll ever be in media or people will ever celebrate you publicly. You don't know if you'll ever achieve the heights that this lady here has achieved. And sometimes I wonder, when the organizers of this conference sat down and said, who should come and speak about success? Let's get, Waihiga is on TV, successful. Dr. Mailu is, first of all you say Dr. Tick. Dr. Tick, and you've had, and they bring content. But when I look at the Bible, a lot of the people that the Bible mentions might not be sitting on a panel like this today in biblical days. But in God's economy, they were successful. And if we leave here thinking that it is only when you are a CEO or an MD or a media personality that you have achieved success, then I think we will have fallen short. The Bible tells me about a slave girl who could have chosen to be unhappy in her circumstances, but God sent her to evangelize to a family of Naaman, and because of her, Naaman found healing and salvation, and the whole community was changed. The Bible tells me about a Samaritan woman who, because she found Jesus, became an evangelist overnight and changed where she lived. In my view, those are successful people. Amen. And so as you sit here today, begin to ask yourself, in your circumstance, before I reach where those guys have reached, what am I doing to ensure that in 2019, if this is what God said I should be, and the other thing I can say, for me, success is not a destination. It's not that you've reached that we can now put you on TV, and it's dangerous when we do that to man, because man's heart has a problem of exalting themselves. For me, success is, in 2019, there are words that God spoke about Waihiga. In 2019, there are words that God spoke about Daktari here as well. Have they done those things? Have they followed them? So that God can say, well done, my good and faithful son. So there's a cleaner in here today. Have you done what God called you to do? I think if as the body of Christ, we all took that with the seriousness it deserves, we will not leave the business of success to those at the top. Every believer, wherever they are, will be pushing for that success. You know, to me, who is a very successful Kenyan? There's a young man, okay, why am I saying young man? He's dead, but he's dead now. The whistleblower in the Goldenberg scandal. He was a guy from Narok called Munyake or something. He died a poor, desolate man that history looks back with almost remorse. But that man opened Kenyans' eyes to the issues that were happening at that time in our country. He's spoken about corruption. For me, those are successful people because they did what they were called to do in their time. May we all be found ready when the call comes.
The Fellowship of Christian Unions, reaching students, changing nations.